Hi guys, Busy Bee here. So today I'm going to be showing you how to crochet this little flower hanging plant. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also check out the link in the description if you want to follow along with the written pattern. So let's get started. Today you're going to use a size 4 crochet hook or G6. And we're going to begin with our pot colored yarn. And to begin, we're just going to make a magic ring. So take the tail end of the yarn and wrap it around your 2 fingers. Put the hook underneath the first loop and pull up that second one. Then chain 1 and pull that through. And now we're going to start round 1 by making 6 single crochet into this magic ring. Once we're done with our 6 single crochet, we can go ahead and pull that magic ring closed. And then we're going to insert our stitch marker into that last stitch of the round. To start round 2, we're going to increase in each of the 6 stitches. Here I'm just going to go through that first one to start it. So into that first stitch, we're just going to single crochet twice to make an increase. And then we'll repeat that for each of the remaining 5 stitches for a total of 12 single crochet. Once we get to the stitch with the stitch marker, we can go ahead and take that out and single crochet twice in there for an increase as well. Once we're done with round 2, we should have 12 single crochet in total. We can go ahead and put that stitch marker back into the last stitch of the round. For round 3, we're going to increase in the first stitch and then single crochet in the next stitch. So we're going ahead and increasing into this first stitch of the round. And then moving on to the second stitch, we're going ahead and single crocheting once into that stitch. And then we're just going to repeat in the next stitch by starting over with the increase. And then we'll go into the next stitch and single crochet and repeat this for the remaining stitches. Okay, so once we reach the stitch with the stitch marker, we're going to go ahead and take that marker out and we're going to place a single crochet into the last stitch. For round 3, we should have a total of 18 stitches. Now we can place our marker back into that last stitch of the round. For round 4, we're going to increase in the first stitch and then single crochet in the next 2. So single crochet twice in that first stitch for an increase. And then in the second stitch we're going to go ahead and make 1 single crochet, and then in that third stitch we're going to go ahead and make 1 single crochet there as well. Now repeat that pattern starting in the next stitch for an increase. Okay, so once we reach that stitch marker stitch, we can go ahead and remove the marker and make a single crochet into that stitch. After round 4, we should have a total of 24 single crochets. We can go ahead and place that marker back into the last stitch of the round. For round 5, we're going to increase in the first stitch, which I'm going to do now, and then single crochet in the next 3 stitches. So in the first stitch, make 2 single crochet, then in the second stitch, make 1 single crochet, in the third stitch, make 1 single crochet, and in the fourth stitch, make 1 single crochet there as well. Then in the fifth stitch, we'll repeat the pattern starting with an increase. When we reach the stitch marker stitch, we can take out the marker and make 1 single crochet into that stitch. After round 5, we should have a total of 30 single crochet. We can go ahead and place the marker back into the last stitch of the round. For round 6, we're going to work in the back loops only, and for round 6, we're also going to work in half double crochets. So we're going to half double crochet once into each of the 30 stitches. Okay, so once we reach the last stitch, we can take out the marker and place 1 half double crochet in the back loop. At the end of round 6, we should have 30 half double crochet. We can go ahead and place the marker back into that last stitch of the round. For round 7, we're going to half double crochet in each of the 30 stitches. Since round 7s and 10 have a repeating pattern, I'm going to go ahead and rush through this part, just skip ahead, but you can go ahead and pause the video and complete rounds 8 through 10, just half double crocheting once into each of the 30 stitches. Okay, so now I'm done with rounds 10. And this is how we should look so far. For round 11, we're going to surface slip stitch in each of the 30 stitches. Okay, so when we reach the last stitch of the round, we can go ahead and take out the marker and place the surface slip stitch into that stitch as well. After round 11, we should still have 30 stitches. Now we can cut the tail. And pull that loop through. Now we will hide the tail. So we're going to put the tail onto our needle. And then into the next stitch from where we fastened off, we're going to pull the yarn through. And then going to that stitch where we fastened off, we're going to just go through that back loop and pull through. Now we can flip the basket inside out and hide the tail through the stitches. After the tail is hidden, we can go ahead and cut that yarn. And then we can go ahead and also cut the yarn from our magic ring. Now we can reshape the basket, and we have completed the base of the basket. Okay, so now we're going to be making the hanger of the basket. So we're going to take the same colored yarn as you used for the basket, and we're going to make a slip knot. Then we're going to take our hook and insert it into any of the stitches along the edge of the pot. Then you can place a slip knot on your hook and tighten it. Then you can pull that slip knot through that stitch. Now we're going to chain 70. I'm going to go ahead and speed through this part, but you can go ahead and pause the video and meet me back up when you're done with the chain of 70. Okay, so now I have my chain of 70. The next step is going to be to slip stitch this chain to the opposite side of where we attached the slip knot to in the beginning. So I just like to fold the basket in half to determine where half is. Insert my hook into that stitch, and then we're just going to yarn over and pull through the loops in our hook to create a slip stitch. Now we can cut the yarn and fasten off. Now we are going to hide the tails. So placing the tail onto our needle, we're just going to go through a couple of the stitches and then pull tight to secure the yarn. Okay, so now that this first tail is hidden, we can move on to the opposite side. So just placing the tail onto our needle, we're just going to hide that tail through a couple of the stitches on the inside of the basket and then pull tight to complete the opposite side. After the tails are hidden, we can go ahead and cut the yarn. And now we're done with the hanger and the basket part of our plant. Next step is to move on to the soil. Okay, for the soil we're going to go ahead and be taking our brown colored yarn and we're going to start with round 1. For round 1, it says to start with magic ring, so we're going to loop the yarn over our 2 fingers, insert our hook underneath the first one and pull up that second loop. Then we can yarn over and pull through. Now we're going to make 6 single crochet into this magic ring. Once we're done single crocheting, we can go ahead and pull that magic ring closed. Then we can place a stitch marker into that last stitch of the round. After round 1, we should have 6 single crochet in total. For round 2, we're going to increase in each of the 6 stitches. So going to this first stitch, we're going to make 2 single crochet for an increase. Then we're going to single crochet twice in the remaining 5 stitches to complete round 2. When we reach the last stitch, we can go ahead and take the marker out and complete 2 single crochet in that last stitch here as well. After round 2, we should have a total of 12 single crochet. We're now going to place our stitch marker into the last stitch of the round. For round 3, we're going to increase in the first stitch and then single crochet in the next stitch. So inserting your hook into that first stitch, we're going to single crochet twice to make an increase. And then into the second stitch, we're going to single crochet once. We're then going to repeat this pattern in the third stitch, starting with an increase again. Once we reach the last stitch of the round, we can take out the marker and place 1 single crochet into that stitch. We can then go ahead and place the marker into the last stitch of the round. After round 3, we should have 18 stitches in total. For round 4, we're going to increase in the first stitch, then single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So going into the first stitch, we're going to place 2 single crochet for an increase. And then into the second stitch, we're going to place 1 single crochet. And into that third stitch, we're going to place 1 single crochet as well. Then we're going to repeat the pattern, starting with an increase again. In the last stitch of the round, we can take out the marker and place 1 single crochet into the last stitch. Then we can go ahead and place the marker back into the last stitch of the round. After round 4, we should have 24 single crochet in total. For rounds 5 through 8, we're going to single crochet in each of the 24 stitches. Once we reach the last stitch of the round, we're going to go ahead and take the marker out, and then we can place 1 single crochet. Then we can go ahead and put the marker back into the last stitch of the round. After round 5, we should have 24 single crochet. Since rounds 6 through 8 have a repeating pattern, I'm just going to go ahead and speed up these next few rounds, and I'll meet you back after round 8. So you can go ahead and pause, and then once you're done round 8, we're going to go ahead and continue with the rest of the pattern. Okay, so now I'm just putting my marker back in, and I'm done with round 8. For round 9, we're going to decrease using the first 2 stitches, which I'm doing here, and then we're going to single crochet in the next 2 stitches. Now we're going to repeat this pattern, starting with a decrease again, for the remaining stitches. At the end of the round, we can go ahead and take the marker out, and then we're going to place 1 single crochet into that last stitch. Then we can go ahead and place the marker back into the last stitch of the round. After round 9, we should have 18 single crochet. For round 10, we're going to decrease using the first 2 stitches, and then single crochet in the next stitch. After that, we're going to repeat the pattern starting with a decrease again for the remaining stitches. When we reach the last stitch of the round, we can take the marker out and place 1 single crochet. Then we can place the marker back in, and after round 10 we should have 12 single crochet. Now we are going to use our polyfill to stuff the soil. This is how the soil should look after it's fully stuffed. After we're done stuffing, we can put the loop back on our hook and continue on with round 11. For round 11, we're going to decrease using 2 stitches at a time throughout the entire round. Once we reach the last stitch, we're going to go ahead and finish our decrease. At the end of this round, we should have 6 single crochet. Now we can cut the yarn and fasten off. Now we're going to sew the hole closed. So taking our yarn needle, we're going to insert the yarn into the eye of the needle. Then we're going to go through each of the stitches' front loops so that we can pull the hole closed. After we're going through each of the front loops, we're going to go ahead and pull that yarn tight. Now we can hide the tail through the stitches. Now we're done with the soil after we just cut this yarn. Now we are finished with the pot and the soil of our plant. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.